yan? Sino yan?
Doming kahit sa atin.
Okay. So, sa Filipino broadcast, recap lang, Doming Kite is the best gold laner in MPL Philippines.
Oh, that's right.
Una ako na.
Okay, una ka na.
Sige.
Listen mo.
Doming Kite, ang pinakamagaling gold trainer ngayon sa MPL Philippines.
Bakit?
Season 16, 13-1. Dinominate ang playoffs.
That's correct.
Sabihin na natin, sige,
Pumangap.
given, naulat sila nung Grand Finals. Pero, M7 World Champ.
That's really good. That's really
That's
good.
good.
All right.
Ang lupit mo, Purito!
Kinmamakan.
Ha?
Don't forget, Super Marco,
ผมมีแนวอื่นบอก
MPLPH champion,
โอ้ย
M5 world champion, and we see
แต่ว่าเวลาพี่ไปเล่นบาสออกกำลังกายพี่ชอบไป
they
กิน
will
ลูก
lose
ชิ้นอะ
if Marco
หรือ
loses
แบบ
in
ไส้
lane
กรอกอะ
pag nahirapan.
พวกเกี๊ยวอะไรเงี้ย
If Marco is winning,
กินสักไม้หนึ่งสองไม้ชอบกินก่อนเล่นบาสไม่รู้เป็นไรแม้กระทั่งแข่งบาสเหมือนกัน
Can't touch this.
ชอบกินก่อน
Kami naman.
55 ทำไมอ่ะ
ไม่รู้
You take the next one. You take the next one. Yeah.
หมอเขาก็อันนี้นะหมอเขาจะมีแพทย์ประจำทีมประจำสโมสรใช่ปะ
Nakita natin,
หมอเขาก็บอกว่า
ng doming double na nakita natin
ไม่ให้กิน
siya kabilis mag-part
อาหารก่อนแข่ง
Dahil sa kanya,
ไม่
nagkaroon
พวก
ng
กูแดก
height
กิน
versus
ท้องอิ่ม
Ranger. Kahit anong gamitin niya sa matchup na yun, nanalo
กิน
siya.
เป็นท้องอิ่มงั้นไม่มี
Most
แรงเล่น
importantly, siya ang pinakamalakas sa early game at sa lane stage buong season 16 up until now.
Okay. Not bad.
Okay.
Last one.
ฝึกก็หนักแม่งว่ายน้ำอีกโอ้ตายแต่มันต้องมีเวลาพักนะมีเวลานอน
MPLPH right now because may nakalimutan pa si Remo. He forgot one thing.
พอได้พักแล้วแบบ
SEA Games gold medalist.
Ayun.
Hardware, baby.
นักกีฬาน้องหญิง
If you remember as far back
แต่พี่งงแค่ว่านั่นแหละพี่ก็งงว่าทำไมพี่ต้องกินก่อนแข่งตลอด กินก่อนแข่งกินก่อนเล่น
Bulletproof status.
สักนิดนึงอะ
Hindi siya mapatay.
Bulletproof eh, meron kami paldo,
แล้วเหงื่อพี่มันคือแบบ
kami
เป็น
nakita
คน
niyo
ที่เหงื่อเยอะอะ
Super build
เสื้อนี่คือแบบพุ่มอะพี่บิดจนเปียกโกงเลยอะ
Okay, chill out kasi ito na ang ating mga players.
ทุกครั้งไปเล่นบาสต้องถอดเสื้อออกมาบิดตลอดเลย
skills dito sa ating walk-in.
เหงื่อแบบเหงื่อดีมากเหงื่อแบบโอ้โหเป็นคนเหงื่อ
To
เหงื่อ
ensure
ออก
the
โคตรดี
integrity of the game, welcome our marshals, Chico, Dojin, Joshua G, and Luis. They are back to keep their streak alive. Beware the blinding light of the reigning champions of the world, RORA!
เอาว่าออโรรา
The talents are out, and the hunger for redemption is real. Await the flight. Guns out for Team Falcons! And our head referee is the Chop Master Sent.
อย่าให้เสียเหรียญนะว่าแต่
Next team
กดลง
coaches
ใครไปปะ
representing the two teams on stage. For RORA, it's Master the Basics.
Lung
For
Kai Pai
Team
ba?
Falcons, Coach Moody.
ฟอลคอนดีปะ
MPL Super
ไม่ใช่
Fans. Heto na ang
Lola,
last
di ba?
match ng Week 2. Mag-ingay!
โรล่าดีปะ
Here we go for our last match of
เราลง
week
คนละ
number
ทีม
2.
ละ
We got for you Aurora Gaming.
Despite
Silong
all
Lola,
the
di.
debates might seem to
พี่ลง
show
โรล่า
we actually look up to
Rora.
both Doming Kite and Super Marco. And now Doming Kite,
พี่ลง
I guess
โร
short of him
ล่า
actually claiming it, he might be the best gold laner in the league right now. Who else can come in and make people think twice? Who's the best Freya? Arfear him,
Lola.
Arfear him. I think Marco will have to
ลงไป
double
ประมาณ
down
เยอะอยู่
on his workout to try and catch up.
Yeah, so the thing I said earlier about Falcons living and dying by Super Marco's success is a
หนูลง
massive
นกปีก
double-edged
หัก
sword that in
นกปีกหัก
most recent history actually comes back to bite them even
ฟอลคอน
more.
เหรอ
Super Marco, he's been touted internationally as one of the most difficult to go up
ฟอล
against
คอนเหรอ
in
หรือว่า
lane.
ลิเวอร์พูล
We haven't really felt that as much. It seems like Falcons have doubled down
Man
too much taking care
55
of the center that they've forgotten to take care of Marco. They have built themselves an empire before through playing through Super Marco.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but it's very apparent. Like most teams right now really focus on that mid trio that we love to talk about.
And it's that mid trio that enables the side lanes and vice versa. Which brings me to put some pressure on Flap. Is he going to be Flap or a flop because he's one of the highest roller XP laners
Need
in
do
the
that.
game in the history of the league.
Definitely very, like, what do you call this? It's very 50-50, right?
แหม
There's
เจอกับ
feast or famine here for Flap TZ right now, which
เจอกับ
has been
ลิขิตเมื่อวาน
actually
นำเขา
serving
ก่อน 1-0 อย่างดี
you
อะ
know, the Falcons
โดนเซง
relatively well in some scenarios, but
โดนเซ
at
ง
the same time, very much, you know, it's just a lot to desire for.
Yeah, it's also determined on what ends up in the hands of Flap. And again, it's the theme for the season. You end up in the Roma trio. One of the reasons why, especially in their last series against Team Liquid Philippines in the Clash of Titans, that Flap had a hard time is because Ogun and Haji were having a hard time. They were getting unnecessary deaths. They had to double back and try to protect Kyle after they lost their initial trades. So that puts so much pressure on Flap that almost always will end up with more offensive-minded EXP laners that won't be as tanky as you'd want it to be. Hence the high death count.
That's right. High def count. I think he's definitely on the running for highest as well in the league, probably from the games I've seen at least. But look at that Champions World, the World Champions Factory rather. A lot of them are still highlight. A lot of them still active. A lot of them kicking butt.
Ooh, we're playing with two-time world champions here today.
Yeah, we're looking at, of course, Flap and Edward. That's correct, right?
3.
I'm not missing anyone else?
That's right.
No, 2, just 2. Haji competed in M2.
Yeah.
And then he won M3.
Yeah.
โอ้แต่ M2 M3 M4
EXP laner that we're looking at. But I think because of how much influence the Romid trio affects the whole map, we also have to revisit the matchup in the jungle. I feel like Kyle and Demon are much closer mirrors of one another than maybe these two teams would care to admit. They're very dependable in terms of being able to be the carry if needed. But most recently, the teams have excelled through them if they play the more utility role. And even though the utility of Demon Kite and Kyle, it's very aggressive set. They look for those big initiations.
Not to mention the propensity
Wow.
of both teams, not just junglers, to embrace the Dark Continent.
The Dark
Was it
Continent.
not in the past couple of seasons where people would question Coach Treb, Falcons former coach, why?
That's
why
right.
would you pick that?
Although they do have some other picks that I would not consider a dark one. The Fanny really highly contested on both of these junglers whenever their teams need it the most. We are obviously going to be on RORA side for now. Was that Expanding Rivers? I believe that was Expanding Rivers.
ERBS. Banding Rivers, blue side.
Blue side. There you go. So overall, I would
ยังไง
feel
ลูก
like
ยังไง
you know what, they've got a lot on their arsenal. You know what? Earlier when Carl TZ himself said, you know what, APBR needs a
คือลูก
little
อะไร
bit
วะ
more. What do you call that? Hero pool.
Yeah.
These two
มัน
teams
เป็นหน้าอะไรวะ
they're not getting lack of that at all.
Yeah, Hero Bull is not a
ลุ้น
question at all between these two. It's
เป็นหน้า
a matter
ลุ้น
of the trading. That's why this is one of our
มองไม่
favorite
เห็น
matches
เนี่ย
to watch out
โคตร
for,
เล็กเลยอะ
especially with the return of Coach Ren, Coach Ducky being here on stage.
หน้ารุ่น
ใหญ่
Not to take
ทั้ง
any
คู่
credit away also from Coach Moody,
อ๋อมันคือ
who
มึง
has
มาดู
been
กล้ามเขา
the remnant of the coaching staff from last season
Yeah.
when he was with
He really held them
Trevor.
together.
Came in clutch to get Falcons back in playoff shape.
Yeah, I believe was it
เฮ้ยเหี้ยวะ
was it mentioned
แด
in
ง
the
อี
interview
แบนจู
last
ซิน
season that they
ผล
specifically
งานไว้ก่อน
Moody as being
แบน
a
มาเล่น
big impact
ฮะ
Yes,
for
they
the
did.
latter half of the season for
They
them to
did.
secure a playoff slot.
Basically,
Yeah.
like giving him credit for a
ผลงาน
lot of their
ผลงาน
success,
ไว้
or at
ก่อน
least their
อ๋อ
ability
คือเอา
to
ผลงานไว้
make
ก่อ
an
น
entry.
Yeah, in and out of the game.
Yeah. So love that. We're going in the draft here for game number 1. So yeah, Expanding Rivers right now. We've got a Hilda band, very solid here.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all.
I like the opener from Falcons. Respect Lights Grok.
Which some teams actually forget sometimes.
Yeah, yesterday it was really bad.
Yeah. A little bit over
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's row mid as a priority. There even a Guinevere band. It's clear where these two teams' heads are at. They're really looking at the row mid trio. The power of utility, as we mentioned earlier. So let's see if Falcons will try to match that. Will they add a Valentina band here? Because the Valentina, it's not just because it's a strong pick in terms of trading in the mid. It shuts off a lot of picks that you want to get that have big ticket ultimates. One of the reasons we aren't seeing Harlot as much is because Valentina shows up. And especially with the Valentina open, you can say that what if RORA decides to go for a Sora despite there being an open Freya, Leomord. Falcons has decided to overload the options. So has RORA. So now the red 2 side, red 1 and 2 actually look really strong. Because RORA will only get one of the big 3 in the meta right now in
Yeah.
the Freya, the Leomord, and the Sora.
Despite the possible counters of the Sora, I still think that's a great idea to give to Edward. At the very least, flexed over the Doming. Because I feel like there's so much that this guy can do on a hero that has such a high micro ceiling
ยังไง
that you can get away with
โซ
it.
ล่า
Kind of get away with it.
โซล่าเลือกยากเอาเลือกเอา
I'm not so sure that's a Aurora thing to do. See?
Yeah.
It's between this or the Fred, and they think it's just a little more safe
เฟย์ยาก
to
กับ
get
โซ
the
ล่า
Baksha first.
ชนะ
Because
เล
you
ย
get to fight better in the
เนี่ย
real pits.
บางคน
This is one of those matchups that Freya is
Yeah,
also
Solar
like
ไป
just
เลย
left open.
That and macro efficiency. You get to fight faster.
Speed. I am speed.
These are the comforts of Aurora. I wouldn't be surprised if Falcons are considering taking away the high loss so that they don't end up with a dreaded high loss Baksha combo of Aurora in the mid with what could be a Yu and Kimi
Yeah,
later on.
Solar.
It's going to be open for him. I think Falcons need to take the high loss and then one of either Freya or the Leomord here.
Yeah, Yu and Kimi is super underrated, by the way. I feel like people have forgotten because Kimi has fallen from highlight. There's the Leomord, there's the Sora. They're happy to run with that. Even
Leomord
especially since
ไปเอา
they're
ไป
able
ยาก
to actually ban out the balance.
ทีเนี้ยมึงเอาเฟย่าไป
So it's the first expectation we had earlier.
เอาเฟ
which is
ย่า
they
กับ
go
พา
for
รา
the
มิดมาเล่น
power picks. So now Rora, they can
เฮ้
shuffle
ย
Kimi, Freya, high loss, and the priorities here. They might even pick up an Arlot for Aurora, for Edward now, so that you have the EXP laner that can handle the Sora and match its impact in terms of the damage and crowd control.
Yeah, so far so good here. I would say for Falcons, very strong 2 picks. You can round it out with another gold laner maybe, like a Claude. Here's that Freya we're talking about. Love to see it. Very efficient, like Leo said. I feel like this lineup can go fast, go hard.
ต้อง
But
รอดู
only
โลม
one of the two who want to cross the map quickly can actually do it scot-free. That's the Baksha. Now Falcons are going to be on high alert. You got to stop the Freya from crossing the river. So I want to see what Hodge plays. Remember, what does Hodge play? How do you stop that Freya from getting from the gold lane to the turtle pit in the first rotation?
That's
Well,
right.
one of the fastest ones you can go for, of course, is the Farsa. Fast
Hindi
clear
rin-
mid, and then
Farsa
you
ได้เลย
rotate.
นะ
See if you can stop the Freya just
Farsa
a little
ได้ส
bit.
บาย
If
เลย
you want to be a little bit more static with your
Farsa
defense on it, in the sense of
Farsa
you're waiting for someone to jump at you, but you get vision, you can get the
โดยยิง
Zepion.
ได้เลยเนี่ย
Now, an option here for Falcons is they have to consider that Rora might suddenly surprise show up with a chip later for Rome.
Yeah,
That
I was
even if
about
they
to say
steal
that.
away the high loss or something like that, there's still going to be the chip available for light later on.
Kylie.
So now they pick up their carry.
กลัวเขาเล่น
It's
เล
a
ย
clear
กลัว
matchup
เขาแบน
now.
เลย
This is most likely going to be a Freya in the gold lane for Dominic. That's been the tendency for Rora. The Arlot's still open, so you want to consider that going up against the Sora. A high loss Farsa mid would be alright. But the thing is, I feel like that really doesn't match the impact that could be brought on by a level 4 Freya, level 4 Baksha. Something else needs to be different. Are they going to steal the chip for themselves? Are they going to deny it? What if they decide to go for, okay, maybe we go for a very classic burst in the Cho Farsa in the mid so that we can rotate quicker?
Okay, so far in the history of MPLPH 17, only one team has cracked the code on Freya chip, and that's Smart Omega. But we now know that the solution exists.
There
Will
is a solution.
Falcons, yeah, will Falcons acknowledge that? Will Falcons go, hey, Omega did it, could Rora do the same?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, you know what, aside from the obvious answer to the Freya, there's also like an off answer to the Freya I actually recently discovered in MDL Philippines, which is the Masha.
Masha.
Unfortunately, it's gold lane Masha, so you can't, they already have the carry.
Yeah. So you outburst the Freya.
Yeah, exactly, and then you actually just completely bomb him out with the chip. It's Masha with chip.
Okay, blowed her up.
Blow it up.
Okay, interesting how you end up with that kind of combo again, only possible through the global ban pick system.
Yes.
You're able to like weave through these connections.
That's what I love about MDL.
Yeah, but here,
Everyone's free to do whatever they want here.
but it's more telegraph.
More telegraph.
Which neither team seems to acknowledge the chip.
Yeah.
No one, no, absolutely.
It might not be maybe because the presence of the Sora is also what's stopping the chip option maybe for Rora. I mean, it's great that it might be too one-dimensional to think it's just, oh, we're not going to play chip because the Sora is there, but I can't help but think that maybe it's in the back of both their heads right now. There we go, finally.
แบนชิปว่ะ
Because of that, are they going to go red for high loss? Just to really
คือ
stop
ถ้าเอา
that
ชิปมานี่คือแบบ
Aurora's
โอ้โห
tendencies.
That
แก๊ง
sounds like
กู
a
สบาย
plan.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan. I feel like, you know what, Glorious Pathway is underrated in order to answer a Freya, because the Freya can't move much.
Yeah, but I feel like if they end up getting the high loss again, what? Like can just go choke, and this is gonna be fine. Also consider that the Kalea is still open for either of these two. That even with the chip gone, it's a tough decision for Falcons here in Red 4 in terms of the roam that they want to deny.
Because of the huge selection, it becomes more important what's picked in Red 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, very big selection, honestly. And these bans are not helping. By the way, these bans are completely moving basically Falcons in a very distinct direction.
Yeah, the chip was their last proactive move here in the second phase of the draft.
Anything else that can answer this, Freya? I'm out.
A lot of crowd control, a lot of spacing.
More crowd control.
They might end up with a Zetian for Haji, or they're gonna try to run back their Valier that
didn't work yesterday.
Yeah, didn't work out yesterday.
Yeah, the Khalid ban is pretty good. I actually like that. That's another way to kind of keep up with the Freya and pressure the Kimmy. Good read by Coach MTB.
There it is, Kalea. So with the Kalea here, this should be a pretty easy high loss pickup for Aurora. And if they are overthinking already that it's going to be a Valier for Haji in Red 5, then they can pick up the Benedetta to shut down that idea. And then they'll have to readjust and go for and decide between the Farsa or the Zetian. Unless, what if Falcons is saving this Red 5 for a unique pick? Again, it's
something from the Dark Continent.
They threatened it. They threatened it last week. I don't know. I'm ready for it.
I mean, I don't know why I've been thinking lately, like I've been wanting to see Aurora show up. Not the team, but the hero.
There's no room for it now.
Where are you going to put it?
Unless some weird roam Aurora.
No, in mid for Falcons. What
Oh, right.
Your Falcons.
Cool.
Right.
I thought like Aurora, since they're the ones who has the propensity to do that.
You stack crowd control with that.
เราปูประตู
okay.
เฮ้ย
So instead of the high loss, the taunt too should really cause a good amount of trouble for the divers of
แผน
Falcons.
เดิม
especially
หน้า
Kalea.
3
Yeah.
You can also pack a Revitalize with it, and I think it's because RORA's already thinking that that the best pick for Falcons is the Farsa, so they want to deny that. It's up to them to decide whether or not they're okay with still playing the Farsa, or they just double down on the Zetian, or show a different mid.
That's a big +1 because I love that a lot of these heroes can cancel the Farsa, but they can also like bait out the Tsunami Slam.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be the ones who can start the game, and then the Freya can do whatever he wants.
ตัวอีไม่ดีกว่าเหรอ
Yeah. But the Freya is like,
Yeah, I think Haji's being
Civilian
very vocal
ka
right now with the coaches. Very
Civilian.
difficult conversation
Pakwan.
about what to decide.
Coach, Farsa's too much.
Yeah, is it map presence?
No
is
choice.
it the vision? What do you want to get? It's still the Farsa.
no choice, bro. Just play
มี
it.
แต่ตัวโดด
No
สิมึง
such thing as too much for the machine.
Let's
He
go.
will not
มีแต่ตัวโดด
turn
สิ
down
มึง
a
มึงคิด
hard
อะไรวะเนี่ย
So,
Looks ready. For the meantime, though, super fans, please make your predictions with us. If you want to win the 1,000 MLBB diamonds, predict the match winner correctly, scan that QR code now.
Here we go. Who would you predict? 1,000 diamonds on the line. Like who would you say? The world is saying a majority still with the M7 World
76%
Champions, but Falcons draft ain't so shabby.
I gotta agree. It looks good for Aurora.
They have a Kalea combo.
Yeah.
2 of them actually.
It's beautiful.
Kalea carry, Kalea Farsa.
there's just way too much dive on the side of Aurora, though. If we're going to be looking at it from a team fighting perspective, the lineup rating is good for Falcons because that is very sound in the draft. But if you look at the Gaton, the Lapu, the Freya, the Baksha, I feel like Haji might have a difficult time here for the team fights, that him trying to escape and Falcons trying to give him space actually damages Falcons' chances in team fights in the long run.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but I will not say impossible for Haji right here in game number 1. Aurora versus Falcons. I mean, the positioning of that Feather Airstrike, some people would say just go ahead and hide in the bush. Maybe you can get away with it. Throw away of maybe 3 salvos.
Easier said than done, Carl.
That's right, exactly. But, you know, I'm giving Haji the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
At least for this one.
Ogun and Haji now being a little bit more careful with their trading in the mid after some recent mishaps early on. Of course, seeing the Frey on the other side. Marco, we just see what he can do to temper that.
Whoa.
Light took a lot of damage from Kyle, Haji, and Ogun.
You gotta acknowledge the fact that the Kalea helps Haji stay, you know?
Yeah. Gold Crab, if I'm not... Yeah, went to Super Marco.
Oh my God! Light gets taken down! Suddenly, from out of nowhere, with no battle spells used from
เรียบร้อย
Falcons!
I think none of us expected that to happen. Even our camera didn't really
Yeah.
catch that.
อ๋อบอลฮิว
Didn't see that trade going down. Maybe Light presses Revitalize, or even the Revitalize was not enough to help him survive. In the EXP lane, Flaps doing a good job of handling Edward. Yeah, we go back and restabilize after the trade in mid.
Yeah, restabilizing is very important, especially right now that we're all waiting for those level 4s, especially for Falcons here.
Kyle comes in, calls in Barbiel off the short end. and pushes them back. Again, 20 seconds off a turtle. He'll have it when the take happens.
Yeah.
So
Take's
Falcons
over right now for the meantime.
will get into position first. Edward not yet level 4. Flap's gonna get there. They're gonna get the EXP grab. Last hit. Oh, good block. That was a timely block by Flap.
That was decent. Actually, yeah. And these small things will actually really add up over time. We'll see that happening on the bottom side of the map, though. It's a completely different story. Marco's having a rough time.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss that 1-on-1.
ไม่ให้ลงไปเอา
Was having a hard
เรื่อง
time,
วะ
yes, but he punished Dominkai
จะ
enough to
เสีย
send it
น่ะ
back.
Yeah, it denies him from being able
Sakura.
to join. And look at how Haji even positioned in the right bush mid. He was expecting that Dominkai would be rotating, but because of how Super Marco handled it, Dominkai had to go back. But Dominkai will make it here.
In comes Ogwin, feathered airstrike from Haji, repositioned.
โอ้
it's
เรา
still
ฟู
out.
ได้ด้วย
How the
โอ้
hell did he
โร
get
ล่า
that?
สวย
Takes down Kyle as well, and they push back the rest of the Falcons to the nest. Aurora in the snap wins.
And pushing it back despite Marco being in the very prime position to actually take that attack. Very impressive. Edward really took it, and I'm looking for the retry. Where'd the retry go?
Yeah, it looked like both retries came out too early. There was still a lot of health at one point. I think it was around 700, 800.
อุ้ย
Comes Light.
โดนครับ
Gets a kill.
Yeah, so this is what Wolf was saying
แกไม่
earlier.
รอดแน่
Aurora are a very opportunistic team. Give them an opening and they're going to go ahead and quite literally dive under your turret just to go and grab it. So Falcons go for some counter jungling, trying to steal the Golem away from the RORA side. Try to chase up Kyle a little bit in terms of the farm, but Light and Yue will be able to drive them back, but they still get the Golem. Edward takes a lot of gold though up top.
A lot of damage on the Kyle. He will be able to call in Barbiel. Save himself from the damage. Light is dropping. Flap gets taken down off camera. Ogwin right in the face of Yue gets popped. And that was difficult. 2 free kills for Aurora.
Yeah,
Cam
it's a lot of off-cam
Cam
kills
low,
as well, I gotta say. There's a lot of kills happening here from unexpected places.
Yeah.
And very impactful to that.
Oh, Light
โอ้โหยิ่งเล่นยิ่ง
taking
มั่น
care
ใจ
of
เอา
the flank.
We've
Super
seen this happen
Marco
earlier.
backing out. He has some support from Kyle, but I don't think that's enough.
Light and Yue have been controlling this game for Aurora. Light's been really maximizing the unbreakable taunts. And they're not afraid to trade. They're so aggressive with it, which is what you want to see when you're going up against a lineup that has a Farsa having to dance a weird dance in the map with managing minion waves in mid, trying to see if he can join. He's not completely connected with Ogwin.
Yeah, look at that Edward comfort on that Lapu Lapu as well, right? Right now, there's a lot to be had, or a lot to be desired for Falcons mid trio, but other than that, I feel like the side laners are actually having a pretty decent time for Falcons.
Except Flap. 2 deaths already.
Except Flap, yeah, sorry.
So he's deciding to cut. They're going to push up top. They're going to get a bit of gold there alongside Child, as they know that, okay, cross-map trade for Falcons Aurora.
Falcons have accepted the difficult truth that they cannot touch this turtle. They are protecting the purple just in case as well. And there's a whole lot of gold Kyle is getting on top lane.
So far, at the bottom side of the map, though.
Can Ogwin get the perfect tsunami slam? They will give up the shields on the tier 1. And in comes the rest of them. Dominkai survives it only for a second longer. He gets taken down by Haji. Down goes Light as well. Falcons on the front line of Aurora.
Flicker, feathered airstrike for the KDA machine. Capping off that damage, Light and Dominkai alongside the rest of Aurora get punished, and Falcons will be able to push Marco out of his lane, and he can now join the rest of Falcons for a full 5-man aggressive rotation.
For the looks of it, it feels like Haji will not play this Farsa in the conventional way, right? He's just doing it more like as a secondary artillery at this point. He's really relying so much on Kyle and Ogwin to get something started first. And it's actually serving Falcon relatively well in that last one. I wonder if they can keep doing that, though.
Let's see. Dominkai, though, has been high impact on this very early on. RORA will still be able to get the push out in the bot. Oh, Kyle?
He does still have no ult, actually. It's cooled down. It's all of it. They do come on top of him. And they get Light. In comes Flap. AOG coming in. Stopping the exit. Feather airstrike underneath tier 2. A lot of damage put onto the front line of Aurora once more. Edward will survive off of the exit, the dash through the Landshaker.
As a 5-man unit, it feels like RORA is just like a wrecking ball coming into this one.
I really thought that could have been way worse for Falcons, but it's because they were ready for it. Flap was already on his way down, Super Marco as well. Haji has been great with repositioning with this Farsa, and I have to give it to Ogwin and Kyle. They are playing around Haji. Despite Kyle being, of course, the jungler, the Leomord, they're playing through the Farsa instead.
Yeah, this is very unique. Not as much pressure, I would say, on Kyle to get things started because, you know what, Ogwen's very happy to take that mantle. But, again, Purify is just making it so hard for this Kalea to actually pop off as much as we thought it would.
Yeah, you want to stop the Freya, but it takes so much to get onto her. Dominkai takes that turtle. Dominkai takes that turtle scot-free. 3 for 3, 100% for the Northern Lights. And the Falcons are still looking for that opportunity. It's a slow climb towards equal footing.
Actually thinking, where's the catch gonna happen here?
There it is.
There it is.
Gets caught out. Flickers back. The answer from Flap, wailing away. Torrent form. Looking for some crowd control. Keeping them underneath tier 2. AOG plus ball freeze is set. Lot of crowd control coming in. Down goes Flap. Where's the damage? Federal airstrike plus Kyle. Coming through. Taking down Light. One more kill.
บ้านฟ้ากับบ้านนักบ้านแดงกูยังปกติเลยบ้านดำกูหมุน
Jumps in. That holy
Boom.
shield pops. 3 for 2. Still a winning trade for the M7 World Champs.
They are so tanky and they deal so much damage to boot. Falcons handled that extremely well, but Aurora, even though it looked expensive, they lost 2. They still got the turret, and that was still a heat check to Falcons, telling them you guys don't have enough damage to melt through the Baksha and the Freya.
Yeah, we posed that question earlier. What can they do to actually answer this Freya? It looked like they were doing it for the first part, but then again, that sustained damage coming in from RORA is just unbearable.
Yeah.
There's not much they can do about it.
The Revitalize was clutch. Kyle's entry, the knockback was great, but then even right under their Demon Kite and Domin Kite together, it's a lot. Hence why this Freya has really been on everyone's radar ever since the M7 World Championship, and Domin Kite still continues to show his mastery with it. And of course, Demon Kite's comfort with RORA, with Baksha.
Oh, traction pulse from Yue. Flushing them out of that small brush. Falcons struggling to keep even this orange away from the hands of Aurora. Where's the retribution? Kyle gets it with the help of a momentum. A little bit of room to breathe for Falcons.
I don't know if this is a silver lining or a very unfortunate reality for Falcons, but you guys see what I'm seeing, right? They're pretty much handling the fights well. They're man marking, they're maximizing their crowd controls, their dashes, everything, but it just seems like they're getting lineup diff.
Are you saying that they're doing it right, but it's still not enough?
Exactly.
That's right. It feels like Aurora's just doing it like 20%, 10% better. At least, you know, they're doing the right things.
And they're getting 100% of
Hammer locked in already with, alongside the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, it should help out with the range. That means he can position himself a little bit further in the back to get distance between him and all the divers of Aurora. But yeah, it's the same old story for lineups that end up with the Baksha and the Freya together.
บ้านดำกู
It doesn't help that you also have the Revitalize on the side of Light. Even Gacha has built in
หมุนไม่พัก
stupid amounts of regen and spell vamp through an enhanced basic attack.
It's just too much might be overwhelming here.
There's no dominance ice yet for... Oh, just when I said it. Okay, there it is.
Locked in.
There's the dominance ice for Flap.
There you go.
Glowing Wand for Haji along with the Magic Lantern. Dominance Eyes for Ogwen. It's like they have the tools, but again, it's just the unfortunate scenario they find themselves in. It's still not enough.
It's kind of hard to use those tools when you have like a Valkyrie literally swinging in front of your face. I can kind of, you know, sympathize with their dilemma here. But at the same time, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's a big question. Like, how do you handle this guy?
I can't. I always ban the
มัน
Freya.
ไม่มา
You
เลยวะ
always
Jumps in, starts swinging. Oh my god, she's hot!
What do we do? What do we do?
You can't do much! The reason why against Alter Ego that pick was never given to Arfi again.
That's a painful part. Let's see if they can kind of remedy that. Again, one of the ways that you can do it is maybe catch him by surprise.
But he has a Purify.
Does have the Purify. That's what I was going to say next.
There's no surprising Domin Kite.
Yeah, if hey man,
Pop
if
it,
Falcons
Bandam.
somehow solves this, that's crazy. We're gonna have to break down how they do.
โคตรลื่นเลยอะ
Falcons last season was the only one to come back from a 13,000 gold deficit.
That's true. That's also true.
They were the only loss of Aurora, so never count them out. Lord here, quickly taken by the Northern Lights. No dice because they will take it, and the answer, they pop Edward first. Then comes the rest of Aurora after Haji's better airstrike. They jump down on the Domin Kite underneath 3. Then Flap falls, Light still wailing away. Kyle at half health does not have the Phantom Sting. Gets taken down by Yue. Dominkite finds him, serving up a kill to you, a double kill, more stacks for the mid lane wizard.
They are too damn tanky.
Too much. I also see the problem because Yue is flying alongside Dominkite. So if you're flap caught in between that, who do you pick? Who do you target?
Oh my
It's so hard.
God! Haji gets caught, and they're in the base. Aurora have a Lord marching through. That's all she wrote. Game 1 goes to Aurora.
At the end, the numbers make it look like a one-sided win, which it did. Falcons did almost everything right after some early game flubs. But the nature of the lineup that they were up against, the signatures and the comforts, RORA made that look too clean.
That was just way too clean for comfort here. Falcons, again, there's not really much wrong with what they're doing. It just feels like they want to do certain things, but they don't really have the tools to do it. They do not know how to answer this Freya. There was just zero fight against him. It felt like Dominkite could do whatever he wanted on the map. He could spray paint whatever. No one was there to police him.
Yo,
Oh, I thought
Wow.
that was Dominkite.
is that a Dominkite lookalike?
Yes, it is.
It's the Doming double.
Hey, very important figures in history always had body doubles.
At the very least,
Yeah.
for safety.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Today is that day off for the Doming double.
He just
Yeah.
wanted to enjoy it.
He doesn't need to work, he can enjoy the game.
The MPL arena is a safe space for
Yeah.
even for big celebrities.
Yeah.
That's amazing to see. So, yeah, let's try to break this down. I'm gonna pose a tough question. What could they have done to actually stop that rampage from Aurora?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I rarely want to say that on broadcast, but okay, we have to acknowledge that the first turtle fight for Falcons went terribly.
Oh
And if it maybe was a different story, they could have probably delayed the farm on Yue, delayed some progress onto the Freya, delayed some progress onto Demonkite. But we saw that even though they lost Turtle 1, they still got to climb back somewhat and even out some things. They were being able to dish out some damage back to Aurora and punish them for the takes that they wanted to get. But it's one of those scenarios where you can't even pin it down on the draft, even though as much as we say, hey, they got Gatot, they got Baksha, they got Freya. You can say in a way that's a bad draft, but then Falcons were making it look like they could play through that quote-unquote bad draft. It's one of those scenarios where you just have to admit the team on the other side of you is just that damn good. They maximized all of the self-regen that each of their abilities, each of their heroes have. The space they provided for Yue for him to go deathless and get this MVP game. Look at Yue being able to just freely hit. Even though Haji was trying to hit him with a feathered airstrike, there were too much other figures that he needed to focus down on too. So much frontliners from RORA just diving, peeling for the king of the lineup, which is the Kimmy, or dare I say the queen of the lineup, which is the Kimmy. And look, Yue almost in all of these highlights barely went below 50% health.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? Like,
He had backups on backups for that front line.
he had free backup,
Yeah.
a backup for a backup of a backup.
Like Batman.
Yeah, and that's a fighter emblem Kimmy too.
So yeah, Yue just had a fun time here. It didn't feel like he was under any threat. At least if I was playing that Kimmy, it didn't feel like I was under any threat whatsoever for a majority of this game, despite how scary a Farsa is against a Kimmy,
You know
right?
what? Just to boil it down, I think Falcons had a good set of tools. It's just the wrong job for it.
Yeah.
The wrong job.
Exactly. It's like, you're better with the analogy, so maybe you could come up with one. I can't think of one right now.
That's the
pretty
analogy.
perfect. That's
You
pretty
don't have
perfect
to put an
already.
analogy to the analogy.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say it's like you brought a hammer to fix a computer.
Sure.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. You came up with that one.
Yeah, you have a nail and you brought a screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll do the job.
You can technically do it.
Yeah, but
It's just 10 times more difficult.
because even roll to roll, you know, like, oh, Kyle on the Liam ward, that's good. Haji on the Farsa, that's good.
Look, Super Marco got to outdamage every member of RORA. He dealt almost 60,000. No one even crossed the 40,000 damage threshold on the side of RORA.
So they've got the tool, they've got the damage.
They have the damage, but
They
again,
it's just not sticking.
it's too tanky. And it's funny because there's Dominance Ice, there's Glowing Wand. They built anti-heal, but it's just the nature of the heroes that you're up against. It's too much.
Overwhelming.
It's overwhelming amounts of tankiness and self-preservation.
After that game, we just gotta take a sip.
gotta take a sip.
Gotta take a
Mine or is that
break.
yours?
Water break.
I believe. All of these half-sip bottles, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
you.
I hope I did get one.
That's me,
Because you
that's
know
me.
what? Sip Purified water is filtered through volcanic rocks with a crisp, clean taste that quenches like no other. So watch these fine gentlemen quench that first and go ahead and take your own sip. Ooh.
I'm quenched.
I will do that as well
That's
in
empty.
a few moments.
All right, I'll take care of this.
Yeah,
You see
go
the
ahead.
Max 5D on stage? The very chair that these players are sitting on? That's clever engineering, keeping these teams locked in. No distractions, just pure performance. Brought to you by TT Racing Philippines. We have your back, and by we mean they. TT Racing Philippines.
Because we don't have chairs. They do. Yeah.
No, wait. We also have chairs.
I mean, we don't have chairs to give.
ใช่เหรอ
Sure.
I'm sorry.
I don't even have my own chair.
เปล่า
I don't have my own
What
พี่
would
chair.
จง
That's
โอ้
right.
เท่
We
จัด
don't have any chairs to give except racing. Thank you
จริ
so
งปะ
much.
เนี่ย
And super fans, did you know that men are 5 times
Oh!
more
It's the
prone to
Dominic-
dandruff? It's a Dominic double!
Power up with Clear Man. It's triple cooling power. It gives you 100% dandruff-free hair for that ultimate fresh
Ay,
feel.
tate naman.
Supercharged with Clear.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a
Ang tate naman.
bonus. He gets a day off and he gets a full bottle of Clear.
This is the best Clear Man winner we've gotten all season long.
He owned it.
He owned it. He walked down that red carpet.
Good stuff.
Passes on.
He's still doing it right now, by the way.
He's still
as
doing
we're
it.
speaking, you see here? As we're doing it, he's
He
still
ain't done.
flexing.
He ain't done, bro.
That's a damn crime that we cut him off for like 10 seconds
เอา
quickly.
2-0
Why
ไป
couldn't we
ดู
give
ล่ะ
it longer onto the Doming double, man?
He deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it. That dude was
You
like
see us week in, week out.
Yeah.
How often is he? Oh, to be fair, whenever he's in public, it's
What?
a doming double we're looking at.
I mean, it's probably a full-time
2-0
job.
ไป
So it's a very... Congratulations to the Doming double for getting the Clear Man super care package.
Right.
There you go. So, damn, it's been I think people tend to forget how strong Yue can be on the Kimi, but
Yeah.
let's not forget
He's
that.
reliable.
Let's not forget that scary Freya, man. I think it still deserves that red side slot,
Yeah.
red side ban.
Man, it's like Aurora looked at Alter Ego and went, I think we could do something like that too for us.
Maybe better.
Yeah, it's like they picked up their learnings from that time.
Their own little flavor for it.
Yeah. So let's go. Of course, we have the massive shout out to our RORAs for watching and joining us in the Infinix watch parties in Pampanga, Cebu, and Davao last night.
Ayong gabi to all of y'all.
Hey, that's how you say it.
And
Exactly.
however they say it in Kapampangan.
So go ahead and keep supporting our world champions to take on Team Falcons. RORAs, keep shining on, ladies and gents. Look at that. So good. And that's so many. You know what's always shocks me about RORA fans?
What?
They're just everywhere.
They are.
When you see them, they're always grouped up in like at least a minimum of 20 people, 30, 50 people.
And that's a low roll.
That's a low roll.
So,
It's amazing.
There was one time I was in public, I was wearing my my Aurora jersey. Someone goes up to me. I could hear them go, "Oh, player. It's a Aurora player." He goes up. The moment I turn around, I'll never forget the look of utter disappointment.
Oh, come on.
They're just like, hi. It's like, oh, hello. Like, they still knew who I was.
Okay, at
But
least.
they were just disappointed that
They
it wasn't
wanted to see a player in the wild.
A player or a member of the staff that's I don't know.
Right there. Throw it over to a really quick ping test. We want to check our integrity right here.
I talk to my therapist about it sometimes.
Ay, wala. Meron ka bang mga pre-game orasyon? Yung bang tumataba muna?
Ayun, every bago mag-game. Makikinig ng music.
Anong music?
Yung mga oldies music.
Oldest music like
Like
mga My Way,
mga All My Life.
All My Life. Sample.
Dance.
Ayun, kumanta! Wait, ituloy.
Marco sa Gold Day.
Palo yan.
Ano?
Hindi.
Yun lang masasabi mo sa kanya. Baka meron pa.
Masasabi ko kay Marco, good luck and may the best to team win.
Parang iba daw sinabi mo bago yung mic eh.
Ha?
Joke.
Uy, wala ako. Pinag-away kami ni Marco.
Kumain na po ba kayo?
Opo.
Opo. Ano po ulam niyo?
Chicken katsudon.
Chicken katsudon. Ilang kasi empanada o Dubai Chewy Cookie?
Dubai Chewy Cookie.
Pero anong lamang mo sa kanya? Kasi bulletproof daw siya eh.
Bulletproof. Sunroof ako.
Ano?
Sunroof.
Anong year yan?
Si Julia, niningi ko nga kay Monton yung dahil po-promote ko.
Wow! Talaga nagparinig ka pa dito, ano? Baka naman.
Kaya Monton baka naman. Please.
I did not expect that set of initial questions.
Yeah, is it just me or did it seem like Thea and Odin were asking different questions, different kind of conversations that they were having with our gold
Two
laners?
different ends of the hosting spectrum. I think we have to fill in our audience here of what Thea mentioned. She asked Super Marco if, how do I put this gracefully?
Number 2.
If they,
How's he relieved himself?
if relieving himself before a game is part of the ritual, which Super Marco did confirm.
Very, very nonchalantly and very a matter of fact.
I get it. Millions of people watching all around the world. You don't want to have that to be a problem while you're competing.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to I don't know, have to go to the toilet that you stretch out the panel and you delay the team walk-ins. That has never happened.
Never.
It's happened maybe once.
No, that totally didn't happen yesterday or Friday. Not at all.
You're just confirming
Hold
things
up.
at this point. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a very, is that a recent picture?
Yes. That's
a recent picture.
That's a newer
Yesterday?
jersey too. Yeah. So highlight assist in the game week 1 in Liquid versus RORA. Also, this was the opening matchup of the season.
Oh, because they were away? It's the black jersey.
Yeah.
When was yesterday?
Huh. Oh yeah, they might have taken that picture for you yesterday.
But the stats were from the first.
Alright.
All right, there you go.
Falcons pick. Dangerous grass.
Hey.
DG, BS.
It's always blue side, the one that's...
Yeah, if you have the choice, you always go blue side.
All right.
Drafts are just more controllable from that side.
Yeah. I think at the end of this week, once we head into week 3, we can discuss a little bit more the side win rates.
Side selection rates too.
Yeah, side selection rates. I think that's enough sample size already after 2 weeks. We've had a bunch of game 3s under our belt also.
That's 25% of the regular season. I think you're right. That's pretty good.
Yes, it is 25%.
25%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I think, you don't want to wait for half
That's a quarter.
to get started. Oh, yeah, exactly. Get started on the stats here. But Grok, permaban,
Oh yeah, for sure.
right?
Unless
Am I wrong?
Ogwin can steal it away.
Because Ogwin does play it too.
Yeah, Ogwin's
You're
a
right.
pretty masterful Grok too. He rocks that Grok.
And they are first pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking. Now maybe you can just leave it open and maybe Ogwin can kind of just maneuver it with it.
Need no protection from
Yeah,
the way.
see? Boxer says Grok.
I always mix up Bakshas and Grok's voice line sometimes. Mainly because Bakshas says rocks.
Yeah, no, but Grok wants to be your friend.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Grok wants to be your friend. Is
That's
that
right.
still the voice line?
I think so. It's still in there somewhere.
Cool. All right. So obviously for Grok and Baksha, that trade's not gonna happen here. Maybe not quite yet. We're still looking at one red side. Freya's already banned out, so no need to panic. And Grok is open.
It's got to be that blue one, right? Like, what else would you do? What else would you pick if you had to ban the phobias? Oh my lord.
Oh my lord, is right.
Well, if they do give the Grok, which again, do at your own risk.
You'll also get your own.
Correct.
Ah,
You got
that's a good
tech
move.
charge.
Yeah,
That's a good move.
Got tech charge for tech charge. And plus, Haji knows the timing of the tech charge. He's a Grok guy.
That's right.
All right, I like what I see. I like what they're doing here. Valentina just opens up so much, right? At the same time, you know, you're trying to discourage the Sora first pick, maybe. You know.
Or more of a Fred team than a Leomord team.
Let's do it. Let's do a Fred here.
A gold lane
The
right away
celebrity.
for gold lane for Dominkite also might not be too far-fetched.
There's the Freddy boy.
Oh, it's a mid instead of the gold. Okay. Fred, give me again typical Rora trends here. Typical Rora.
And I love that there's no rush to actually pick up the Grok. That is actually really, really good here for Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, they know that Light has a big pool. That Kimmy frequently gets paired up with a high loss, actually. The Gata Kacha, that was one of the first times we've seen that in a while this season. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Gata Kacha, too. So...
Gets banned out a lot.
They have a huge pool for that.
But this heart
Ooh.
remains steadfast.
You know what?
Sora.
You know what? Valentina discourages Sora from the other side. But you know, you can pick it up on your side, too.
I'm worried, though. This is another case of Flap saying, okay, I want to go again.
Yeah.
Let's roll that back. I think I can play that Sora better.
Take 2.
Can he though?
I'll make up for it, coach.
Because there's a lot of remaining heroes or interactions for Aurora to make that mirrors what they did in game 1, which effectively shut him down.
So red 3, there's a Valentina, so they're not gonna R-lot. They might just settle again with a Lapu Lapu for Edward.
Yeah,
And-
they seem to be willing to do a lot
Yeah.
like that.
It might be a... Okay, so on the big screen right now in the arena, it is a Lapu Lapu that is being showed as the pick on red 3 for Aurora.
I think it's as good as a lock-in.
Yeah, it's pretty much as good as a lock-in. We're just going to be waiting for the bans.
Doesn't
Second
seem to
phase.
be too miffed, Mr. Consistency. Happy to play that in almost every scenario, honestly.
Here we are.
I can't think of a bad scenario for Edward on a Lapu Lapu,
Yeah.
even if you hard counter it, which sometimes a lot of people do.
They're forcing Falcons to commit the roam ban since it was RORA themselves that took out the Grok. But I think also RORA don't want to give the tech charge to Falcons. But again, there's still the Hylos and got the Kacha, and then if that's not any of your cup of tea, then you go Cho.
Which of all the above?
My mission is to protect
I was gonna say the Hylos was the one with the most stealable, IMU-able ults.
Yep.
It's also a great like combo for the Kimi, one of the classics at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like Kimi and Hylos is just such a classic now. But now think about a good roamer for light. It's almost any.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if he goes for Cho here as well.
Yeah.
You're right.
We said it. It's just either the Gatot or Cho, or Aurora just shows up with something new. For Domeng, though, since they're playing again another lineup with Kimi, I don't think they're gonna fight their gold, but they're gonna get some. They can even afford to go for like a later game scaling gold laner.
Moskov.
Moskov's good. Claude's good.
Moscow's like a huge mechanical duel.
I don't think we can really expect Granger anymore. He's
Sad
pretty much
to
gone.
say.
Yeah, he's pretty much
Yes.
gone.
Granger's like a B+ pick right now.
Yeah. So if you want to go comfort, obviously you go Harith. If you want another source of basic attack damage, you go Moscow for Claude. So that's like my best 3 options right now for Domengkai. I still really don't see the
Falcon may
vision
may
of them
tupo
going
nga.
for fighter gold or even like a Yisan Shin gold.
I would
tuwa
play
lang.
past it.
Okay, you mentioned it. I think Eastern Shin is good too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys think YSR
Hello,
is
lamang
for-
sa nana ni
For
King. na.
the Northern Lights? Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have enough of a front line in the Fred in the laps.
Yeah.
They got so much freedom
Yeah,
because the Yushin will also kind of just take attention alongside the Kimi. So it'll be a little bit difficult to lock down.
Well, I get outvoted here, y'all. I will secede. I will conserve. Concede.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
But would you overthink it? Like, would it not be easier to just Claude here? That's an easy answer, right?
Considering you don't see the roam. Oh, wait, no, actually, if Joe doesn't get picked up here, there's a case for Ogwin to take it for himself. Because if that still is a Cho game for Aurora, actually, we saw a bit of it earlier. Cho, Lapu, Fred. Great crowd control. That's a deadly combo.
Sun rises when I give the word.
Huh?
No Cho for light
Oh.
today.
Okay.
I want to go for that big wombo setup.
Yeah, they needed to go a little faster.
Yeah, okay, Kali, Kimi. Ah, yeah, the other options that we posed were quite slow.
Yeah. So are they gonna allow the Gatot over the Roar at the Falcons?
With a lineup like this, basically triple bruiser lineup here for Aurora, it feels like Domengkait's gonna go for a really hard carry, hard carry. Not necessarily a carry. Sorry, I misspoke on that one. Most likely a Claude or carry.
Hey, speaking of carry, Marco can play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. The OG. I feel like he's the OG carry, honestly.
Yeah, his game 1 carry wasn't bad at all. Like I couldn't knock it.
Cho carry. What if Rora tried to make the Leslie work again later?
Oh.
Oh, it's Kalea instead
Kalea.
of the Cho. Kalea carry.
It does almost exactly what the Cho does.
Yeah.
So pretty much works the same way.
Is it just a Claude, or are we gonna see something funky like the Leslie or... Okay, she's not really funky, but Obsidia's also
Okay.
also still a choice. Actually, Obsidia came in with the Kali, Lapu, Fredrin. That's pretty nasty.
You can do it. You can basically get away with the Obsidian here, I think.
I would rather Moskov.
Moscow's like the easy answer as well.
What? Why
Claude.
Why the
Moskov.
Claude or Moskov.
Why DC on fighters?
Whoa!
Gold
Are
lane
we
CC?
really?
There you go.
I mean, they are playing through the Kimi.
Whoa!
1-1.
Welcome back, a debut pick for
ยังไม่เห็นโคตรนานอ่ะ
1-1 in season 17.
All right.
จริงๆนะได้นี่
What do you
เก่ง
think
เลย
about
นะ
that? Wasn't even in our thought process.
Weirdly enough, I actually like this better than the Obsidian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think into a lineup like Falcons drafted, this is a better pick.
Obsidian สิ
It'll go online faster.
For sure, and it
Yeah.
saves itself from Ogwin.
Yeah, and Falcons is lacking range. I mean, to be fair, 1-1 does need to get somewhat close to all of that, but considering that 1-1 isn't the only carry, you're also really playing through the Kimmy. And maybe this is just a matchup preference for Dominkite. Let's see if them picking up the 1-1 is because Doming realized, oh wait, sometime maybe in one of the scrims that 1-1 beats carry in lane, we'll see in the laning phase.
And there's no imminent burst.
Yeah.
There's no way for the 1-1 to just get deleted off the map so she can kind of try to really fly.
Yeah, and if they want that burst, it has to be through a very aggressive play from the Valentina. Putting yourself at risk just to try and whittle down the health of that 1-1.
Yep, not necessarily a Dark Continent pick, but definitely not what we expected coming in here for Aurora in game number 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look at the possibility here of a really hard carry 1-1. I miss 1-1, honestly.
Whoa! Damage on the Ogwin here.
Ouch.
Can Light finish the job? Light jumps on the Haji. Haji covering Ogwin's tail. He's fine.
Light and Yue look so comfortable with trading in mid when Yue has the Kimmy.
It's so reliable, right? Yue plus Kimmy.
Yeah.
Whoa! Flat blocking Edward from joining that eminent fight, waiting
Yeah.
to break out once again in mid.
And it looks like it is confirmed. It's difficult for the carry
my
to dance
God.
with this 1-1.
All
Because
right.
even before all... Wait.
Once more, Ogwin takes a face full of magical blasts from Yue. Light, quick sand guard into that rush. Ogwin jumps on in.
Canonically the deadliest stormtrooper ever.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the first order is very proud.
He
of their
always
grunts.
hit. This one always hits.
Oh! Oh! Forced to flicker on out. A lot of damage from Haji. Ogwin going hunting, jumps in, and takes that light. Passive hits.
That was beautiful coming in from Ogwin.
Yeah.
And that was even more than you expect from Dakalea, right? Sometimes you don't have someone near you. Dakalea just, backs off.
Yeah.
Ogwin wanted blood.
Yep.
Both junglers will be level 4. Kyle goes into the jungle of Rora to get the Lizard. And he will be able to get this alongside Flap. He has to give that to Flap though, so he hits level 4. He does. And it looks like Falcons will have a better advantage for Turtle 1 as Edward will be delayed.
Nice try, Habibi.
Nice. It's been a while since I've heard that, by the way. Love that sticker again.
Oh.
So, here we go.
Falcons starting up quick and strong. Flap. Face checking into Demon Kite. In comes the rest of them. They pop Kite. The celebrity is down. The retribution on Kyle is good. He's on his steed. And they might take down Light. The answer is yes, as Haji helps Ogwin escape. Oh my lord.
Edward.
Flat man-to-man defense on Edward. Edward versus 2. Haji gets a
เขา
double.
แม่งเอาสุด
Yep. Gets away with the skin of their teeth. Falcons actually gets out pretty much scot-free with a kill with a turtle.
Dear God, 2K up?
Yep, 2,000. A lot of big wins there for Falcons, and everything is going right. The management of the rotation, the takedown onto Light early on by Ogwin, the second death onto Khalid, Flap hitting level 4 before the Lapu Lapu. And on top of all that, Marco was able to double in mid.
Oh, Flap has Light on his tail. Can he see Demon Kite as well? Fortunately, he makes an exit towards the right. Oh, if he went the other way, oh man, Demon Kite would have words for him.
Yeah. I think that was just very fortunate he decided, I'm just going to go straight through here. I'm not going to try to go around through the jungle.
That was a fork in the road.
Yeah.
Ogwin marches into Light. Light not ready to fight just yet.
Yeah, they're catching everyone that kind of just crosses the river here, so Falcons has pretty good river control. Making sure that Aurora can't really exert themselves across the map.
Yeah.
And I think that's already step 1 of containing and controlling our current world champions.
After the initial rough trading for Marco in lane, he now has a comfortable almost 400 gold lead over Dominkite, actually. That also comes from the fact that Falcons got the turtle, but yeah, pretty much the carry's okay in lane now.
Ogwin hit with that taunt, answers back with a Tsunami Slam, forcing a defensive Rampaging Sandstorm, Light quick sand guard into the Pixel Brush.
Yeah, it's one of those trades that's just clearly like ult for ult. Look, it's 18 seconds by the time for the turtle to spawn. So if both roamers are going to be going into that without their ultimates, it's I mean, that's just a trade at the
Yeah,
end of the day.
that's exactly what you want. Is you also want to try to maybe force the enemy to use a flicker or something. So that's a good try.
Yeah, and naturally, Kalea does have more harder crowd control built into her kit.
Like this.
Oh,
right there.
Forcing Demon Kite back. Traction Pulse throwing the flap, forcing him to use that torrent form. And he is going to help provide it underneath this turtle. Oh my lord! It's Edward who takes it. Flap goes down. Marco takes Edward. The trade. Demon Kite backing off the flicker forward. Marco gets a double. Falcons smell blood. UFOs. Haji gets him. 4 for 1. Take the turtle. We're happy with the kills.
I think I'm starting to realize now. Oh wait!
Tsunami Slam. Purified by Dominkite. You were saying?
Just good old needles and flowers there for the 1-1. So I think now I'm starting to realize why I was quite skeptical about this Khalid pick. For you gentlemen, it was the speed, which does make a lot of sense, but you kind of need a little bit more than just going fast now. Some stability is getting missed for Aurora. Granted, we did see weight up top. Something could happen.
Okay, they're eyeing each other very, very badly.
It'll be the best for Aurora if nothing happened.
Yeah.
They need to find their footing. Oh! Kyle answers the Demon Kite. Demon Kite forces retribution. In comes Light. Flap to respond as well. Edward pushing back again. Aurora. It would be in their best interest to say, let's slow it down. Which is again weird for this Khalid. One thing it brings is speed.
I kind of get it because the Desert Tornadoes just don't hurt as much as you think they should in this specific matchup.
Not after 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not after some early deaths.
So you can kind of just imagine that that's the power spike of the Khalid, right? The very early on Desert Tornadoes. That's gone.
Edward jumps in. Tsunami Slam from out of turtle range. And a couple of ults thrown out. Falcons get a kill.
It's going to be a while until Khalid gets some value from the Thunderbelt that Light just full built.
Inshallah.
Just now.
It's 6 minutes and he just built the Thunderbelt. And
he still has a stack on it.
And he still has to put stacks on it. Is it really just to maximize the slow and then just hope that the rest of RORA can finish everyone off? But then you're going up against a Valentina that was comfortable. It's 3-0 and 5. Silver lining for RORA, they do have no deaths on Dominkite, and he is able to trade the tower up top also. And Turtle still looks good for either of these two teams, but Falcons does have that 4,000 gold lead.
Yep, better firepower. They put the turtle at half health. In comes Ogun looking for another engagement. And there's Sora coming in, set up by Flap. It's a good force response from the Traction Pulse. They take the final turtle.
Yeah, at the very minimum, you know what? They're trying to at least force some skills off the Falcons, not completely giving the objectives away for free, but at the same time, Aurora can't really push out as much because they are risking their necks every time they kind of just walk out of this bush.
All the more every, I don't know what you call it, milestone of this game, Falcons are saying, slow down, Rora, slow down.
Yeah, holy roll. Did I say you're allowed to walk in that river?
What did I say? Hold your roll.
Slow your roll there. There you go. I'm so sorry. English is
Hold your roll has a different connotation, my brother.
That's right. Thank you so much.
I will do the roll what I wish.
Wait,
great push on bottom.
Yeah, great push by the Kite Bros. Oh, but the buff on the turret is still up, so they couldn't make the most out of it.
Yep. And they do find Haji. Haji's compromised. But Ogwin is trying to protect his mid laner. He gets blasted. He got blowed up. And in comes Kyle from the flank. Calling in the Phantom Stampede, but not enough of a damage output from them. Super Marco gets a face full of Appraiser's Wrath, and they trade out 1 for 1.
Yeah, the celebrity just cannot stand the flashes coming in his way. Cannot really sustain that. That Brethren felt so squishy.
Yeah. The camera lights are blinding him. I completely lost what I was trying to say.
Kyle came in like a paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Yeah. Snap, snap.
I'm just trying to eat here.
It's TMZ. 0-3-2 for
no comment.
Kite. Falcons needs to flow bottom lane a bit better. They've been putting a lot of focus up top in the upper quadrant of the map. Once they get a good flow down bot, which will be handled by Kyle, Purple Buff will still go to RORA and to Demon Kite. So now RORA will have to manage this bottom lane minion wave, which is getting slow push. It wasn't a full clear by Kyle. Falcons will have the full 5-man. RORA might risk just giving up the continuous push down bot, so they have a better spot for this Lord. As Light now goes to RBM, and he might find a good flank angle here. He got conceal. He just got conceal boots.
Oh boy.
Is the Light signature. Haji and Super Marco, I don't know if this is the best combo to kind of stop Light from doing this. As RORA makes some ground here, They have crossed the threshold of the pixel brush. Haji flushes him out. Try again, Light. Try again.
That's a good sixth sense coming here from Haji. Like, he knew.
He does that.
He could feel it, right? He could feel it. So now, it's a bit of a stalemate here, at least for the meantime. It seems like Aurora wants to do something with his Lord.
Oh, the flicker and the tsunami slam coming in. Ogwin compromises Demon Kite, and as if the Lord was with them, they find one another. Kyle takes Edward.
No.
They take down Light as well. Ogwin catching all the damage as Ogwin falls. Yue gets a kill. Kyle secures the Lord. Then Aurora are backing on out of here. Delta split.
You know what that looked like? It looked like the signal for Falcons to go was seeing Demon Kite and Domeng both take damage from the Lord.
That's right.
Because that was like 10% gone from Domeng, a healthy amount also from Demon Kite, and they just said, that's enough advantage for us. Let's go ahead and dive and initiate, and it was the perfect timing. Ouch! Oh!
My Lord! Super Marco!
น่าจะ
Killer
2 เกม
instinct!
กูดูจากทรงแล้ว
Finds him in the base!
That was super things. Actually, super things.
Bulletproof and bloodthirsty.
That is massive. Actually, just taking one more from Domikai just slows down their defense on this Lex Lord.
He got away with murder.
Oh, didn't even give him a head tap. Just came out of nowhere with the damage.
He won a 7 Doming Kite and another Tsunami Slam. Demon Kite underneath Super Marco. Abrasive Rat not enough. He still falls. Right in the back line gets pummeled. Super Marco gets a double. Flap gets Doming Kite. One more for Falcons as Edward falls. It's
That's
just
it.
Yue left. Haji traded out for the base. Gonna be up next. Falcons, they feel the air underneath their wings. It's just Yue left to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to tell you, we are going all the way.
Look at that crowd. They cannot get enough of this win. It's going to be a 1-1. Falcons even out the score.
Let's take a quick breather and appreciate what we are seeing between these two teams. We've both seen them now at their best. I can't wait to see them in the third game, where it'll be a game of inches. It started off with a Doming double, showing off his hair and his new bottle of clear. But then Falcons started it off with 4 kills, not getting this turtle. If I had a cent for every time Edward miraculously got a turtle in this series, I would have 2, but that's 1 more than I'd expect to have. That's 2 more than I'd expect to have. So now, remember one of the biggest stories, that was a surprise. One of the biggest stories that we had actually for the previous game was that, what if Turtle 1 went differently for Falcons? What if it went their way? Now you see this universe wherein Falcon actually got some early turtles, got some early wins, got some early kills onto Light, which stopped RORA's dominating rotation that most teams have been the victim of this season. So once Falcons got that lead, they did not let go. They handled the map well, they played through their strengths, and Ogwin and Haji, I'm gonna give it to them, they locked it much better in this one.
Absolutely. And this guy,
play through Marco, man.
The guy with the moves, man, that was insane. Super Marco in that last one. Superhero landing.
Was he bulletproof? Yes, he was.
He was.
Oh my Lord, no one could take down Marco. And was it not the first minute when we peeked in and he's having a hard time with the 1-1. And then suddenly, flash forward like, 12 minutes in, he's hunting the 1-1 down in his base.
Yeah, once it hit level 4 and once Super Marco had that little 400 gold lead over that 1-1, it changed the dynamic.
I'm sure my fiance stopped cooking at home and just moved over to the TV. She's a big Marco fan.
Is she more of a Marco fan or a Kyle fan? I remember you told me she was like a
She
Kyle
started
girly.
out as a Kyle fan.
ทำไมคาริเขาเล่นติด
And then
โด
her
นัท
most
สู้วะ
recent flame is with Marco.
It's just hard to not be a fan of Marco.
I'm not even mad. Baby, I'm not mad. I get it.
He went way above and beyond here. By the way, at 922 GPM, right now, it's so difficult to achieve.
You get within this close, I'm putting up 2 fingers with like about an inch gap. You get this close to 1,000 in this current metagame, you are making bank.
You might actually be God.
Oh. That damage from the Valentina is what actually swerved this fight for Falcons in Turtle 3.
Could Haji have been a good runner-up for MVP?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that last one where he took the bravest fighter. I was a big fan of that move.
Yeah. But we were discussing during the panel, like one of my biggest points for Falcons is that Liv or die through the success of Super Marco. And you see here what happens when they don't, once they handle, at least just find a little opening in the mid lane to allow Marco to have a little bit more of a comfortable time, or they're pulling attention away from the gold lane so that Super Marco's opponent doesn't get enough help, then that does well for Falcons.
All right, before any of us get flamed in chat, I think I have to also acknowledge the improvement on the performance of the F-God. Flap was amazing on his Sora sets.
Yeah.
He was doing what we thought he was going to try to do in Game 1. Here, much better. And the fact that he's doing it against the same team with a decent and respectable draft means it was there all along. It's just, again, the draft for RORA was much better Game 1. Now, you know, you have to respect the Sora too.
Yeah, +1 on that. Definitely the F-bomb.
The F-bomb. I mean, he is the Filipino cannon.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Again,
Finally got one in.
that's just characteristic of his playstyle. It's either he's really good and you get what you want from, you know, a mile away, or he just blows up in your face.
Or you're completely off target.
Don't you dare call him Mr. 50-50, please.
No.
That belongs in a very specific part of history. All right? We miss you.
Miss you, brother. All right, so
It's cool that he didn't even build damage items. He went straight for the utilities. He went Dominant Size and Radiant Armor. I'm trying to remember if he actually built the Radiant first.
Okay, wala.
Because he might have gone for the shield, did not full build that, because that happens sometimes, and then you go get the Radiant Armor.
well, I mean, all right, normally I would personally pick the Radiant Armor just because of the additional regen.
Yeah, because they're also
better for laning.
Yeah, and they're also looking at you on this Kimmy. Maybe, but okay, maybe I'm just overthinking at the wrong spot. Great game, Falcons. Good
It's
job.
a great game.
I agree. I'm just going to have to double down on Carl. Like, just the Radiant Armor is the right call earlier.
For most, okay, 90% of the time it's Radiant Armor. Good call.
Yeah.
Athena Shield for like the really big nukes.
Yeah. And then the Dominant Size was just more kind of just to put RORA down deeper to the mud.
Putting the dominance there basically stops those really high sustained damage from overcoming you with lifesteal.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, overall itemization is perfect. His placement this time around, the bomb landed where it should.
Yeah.
That's what that got.
Okay, we have to mention everyone. Ogren and Kyle, there you go.
Yeah.
+1.
Just so that we get everyone out there and everyone gets their flowers.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have worked without obviously Ogwin trying over and over again to burn all these purifiers.
Yeah, those three actually played the same heroes from Game 1.
Yeah. And I feel
Love
like
it.
in this in this series so far, if people keep asking us why we put so much importance in the roam mid trio and the roam mid duel, look what happens. The story of the two different starts. Now that Light got taken down early, it was Falcons that was more comfortable.
That's right. And you know what? You want to be like Light, where you actually got scouted out very early on. Join us in the project. Esports for everyone. You're giving you the power to bring the MPL energy to your own local community.
That's right. Participants get exclusive access to tournament modes, free in-game items, and even diamonds. Just head over to, note it down, ph-mpl.com/e-project to start your application.
Make things simpler. You can scan that QR code for more information, or you can visit our website so you can turn that passion into action.
Yeah, passion into play. Play into passion. There you go. So, anyway, the clock is ticking, by the way, and seats are filling up. Don't miss your chance to witness APBR and Susan Mines right here at the Victoria Sports Towers, April 11th. By the way, after our break, the tickets are selling out. Get yours now.
Yeah. Don't forget, next week, no MPLPH.
Don't show up at Victoria Sports
Don't
Tower.
show up at Victoria Sports Tower.
Please.
We are on break. We'll see you after Holy Week.
And calling all super fans, stay updated on all things MPLPH. Connect with the most passionate community in esports. Join MPL Philippines. Right there, official group. Enter the Discord, bro. Join the Discord.
And get your all-access pass to exclusive content, the latest news, and community discussions. And, of course, direct lines of conversations to all of us. Everyone on this desk is in these groups, so you can just tag us and we'll see it immediately. And you also have a chance to get featured as a super fan of the month.
To be part of our MPL Philippines family, scan the QR code on your screens right now. That's two different things. One for the channel, one for the community group. Join the conversation, and we will see you there, okay?
Yeah, join us
Be
there.
nice to us, please.
Yes. You might be able to actually play with us. You know what? Next week, let's go ahead and look for people to play with in that Discord, since we're all on the break.
Yeah.
We're all in our own homes. Maybe?
It's a deal.
EG?
It's a deal.
I'm down.
Let's do it. All right. So we're on the game number 3. What a wait. They just don't want to let go of MPLPH just yet before we go into like the big break. But again, before we get started on our match number 3 though, we got a little bit of a video coming your way. I think it has to do with Haji. Let's check it out.
I think so.
Ayan, yung thoughts ko nung paglipat ni Haji sa Falcon, tingin ko favorite color niya talaga yung green. Yun talaga yun. Kasi galing siyang Omega, tapos Falcon. Ito, green na rin to. G! Joke lang yun
Good luck sa amin, Edward. Ward, bigay mo na sa amin. Champion ka naman sa Worlds eh.
Hello!
Ang gaan naman nun.
Cute, no? Dahil favorite color daw green. Tinawag, pero nag-sorry naman kay Yue.
Observant, ha?
So, kung susundan natin yun, if we're gonna follow that, that's Twisted Minds Athena, Team Liquid Burrito. May yellow ba tayo ng team? Do we have a gray?
Yeah,
AB Brent?
AB Brent.
Or Onyx?
What's gray?
What's gray?
Gray? RORA?
Gray ba?
Hindi ako green ba?
Somewhat.
Okay,
Medyo.
gray. Yeah, maybe.
Pwede na yan to
AB
represent.
Brent.
Yeah. Someone take control of this discussion again because I completely derailed you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Take control.
Okay, recap natin yun. Grabe naman, talagang nagkaroon ng malupit na sagasa doon. Super Marco, nagpakitang gilas na naman.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Buti na lang ikaw nag-take charge. Sasabihin ko sana global ban.
Pala sa MDL.
You got used to the MPL.
Buti na lang talaga dahil dito sa draft recap.
Pero nabanggit ni Rockart yun nung naisipan namin yung mga combo. Nakita niyo yung chip ban nung game
Yes.
1.
Galing.
So
Kasi-
parang nakita niyo yun, ito block na Freya, di ba?
Doon pa sa MDL kasi yung mashupless chip. Kaya ngayon kung may naka-ready na ba dyan, may nakaluto na ba? Wala pa naman yata. To just actually counter the Freya. Kasi yung kanina naghahanap ko yung sagot para doon sa Freya.
Oh, lalo sa mga gold laners natin today na sobrang palong-palo talaga.
Ban lang pala tayo.
At tingin ko ito kay so far kay Dominic parang yung Leslie tsaka Juan yung mga dark system
yeah.
parang
Dark
doon lang yata
continent,
eh.
Yeah, I was thinking that they'd actually consider the Leslie in the last one.
Parang kasi hindi nag-work eh. So baka
Yeah,
yun ang
yeah.
weakness ngayon ni Doming.
And let's see, di ba? Kasi may 1-1 na. I think sana labas ulit si mga Aswidia, ganan.
Okay.
I was thinking about the Obsidian the last one too.
Tignan natin yan, Ken. For now, balik tayo sa ating kanya-kanyang mga trabaho. Mamaya natin kayo.
Get out of here. Bye, get out.
This is our stream.
It's ours. We're here.
Ayan, there you go. So, it's always nice that we can always do that. Thank you so much, Direk, for
Give him
giving us that.
One final frame, then get out.
Yeah.
Get on out of here. All right, and we're back on English.
Now you can understand us.
So,
Sorry, do you realize
what?
because of how we treat the panel, Burrito is now a multiple-time English broadcast talent.
That's right.
Oh, damn.
But he's got nothing on Athena, who was part of the English talents at MWI.
And the Indo.
No, that's her far past.
Yeah, that's her far past.
She was part of the Indo stream.
Yeah,
At least in spirit. All right.
When she was still Athena Siswanto.
Yes, I
really
believe
hope
that's her
an
correct
actual-
name.
I really hope it's
No,
an
it is.
actual Indonesian
No, it is.
surname.
I've heard it.
It is.
I've heard that name, yes.
Wait, no, I just realized it's because that's Tini and Chell.
Yep.
That's her last name.
So is she their third sister?
Could be.
Chinny and Shell. So what does that make Athena, an explainer?
Yeah.